What is going on, guys? It is your boy Tor Crunch, and today we've got a new top 10 video. I've been meaning to do this one for a while now, just because, you know, I had this already down as a video that I wanted to do, but yeah, I just was waiting for all the movie characters to come out. So yeah, top 10 movie characters in the game of Bleach Brave Souls. We've got all of them, you know, they've all been released already, so you know, it's time to go ahead and do this. There's like 12 overall characters from movies, but you know, I think what we'll do is just, you know, exclude a couple of those, you know, the worst ones I would say, and then include in the top 10 and just rank them from there. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So in at number 10, we've got ourselves Sena, a character that I have a lot of history with, a character that did so much damage emotionally to me. I spent 7k orbs when she first came out back in the day, like about almost a year ago, I would say. If you look at her, she looks really cool. If you watch the movies, you would understand why I really like her. But yeah, looking at her stats, 640 attack, 741 SP, really good stats. 741 SP is, of course, it's the standout. She also gets Hollow Killer, which is pretty nice. You know, enemies most of the time, you know, she's got a 30% chance of running into hollows, 30 or 40%. Strong attack recharge minus 12% from is her soul trait, so that's nice. And if you look at her effects, she gets increased normal attack damage, so Bruiser plus 20%, Devastation plus 40%, and then Havoc plus 20%, Frenzy, and Weaken Defense, and then also Sprinter. So pretty good stats and skills. Of course, Frenzy being the best one. Really like this character. On paper, she looks really good. Weird thing about her is that she's not the greatest in guild quests. I have not found her very useful when it comes to guild quests. I don't know why. I think it's just maybe her strong attacks are a little slow, and that's maybe what holds her back. But you know, character's awesome. She looks really cool. She's got really cool strong attacks, especially like her third one. It's like a big, like, tornado type thing, and I just really like her as a character. So yeah, at number 10 we've got Sena. Now we'll go ahead and get on to number 9.
まだ分かっていないようだな。無駄だということが。いやー！
So at number 9, we've got a character that also came out at the same time as Sena came out, and that is Ganryu. Weirdly enough, you know, I am a little shocked myself that I put him in at number 9 over Sena. But if you look at his stats and skills, it makes a lot of sense. Just looking at his stats, look, 756 attack is really high. It's up there definitely with higher attacks in the game. You know, 610 SP, 345 defense, 1047 stamina. They're all right, but not the greatest. One thing that's really nice about him is that he's no affiliation, right? So he's not going to be taking much damage or extra damage most of the time. Killer effect, Soul Reaper, so he gets probably the first or second best killer effect in the game. And then he does get 20% normal attack damage. He does get increased normal attack damage plus 50% from Bruiser, so that's overall 70% extra normal attack damage, accounting his soul trait. So really good. Increased strong attack damage plus 30%, that's also definitely really good. Devastation plus 40%, long reach plus 20%, debilitator 5 seconds, and sprinter. So overall, man, Ganryu has a lot going for him. Just basically the normal attack is just really hard hitting with this character, especially, you know, if you've got if enemies of Soul Reapers, if you've got Soul Reaper enemies, and they're, let's say, power, you know, definitely really good. Looking at his stats and skills, definitely a character I wish I would have summoned a little more. But yeah, anyways, Ganryu at number 9. Moving on to number 8. In at number 8, we've got ourselves a character that is it's a little sad that I had to rank him this low, considering he's like the main protagonist of the series, and that is of course Ichigo Kurosaki, Hellverse version. First off, right off the bat, he looks really cool. I personally thought, you know, in the movie, this version of him was so cool, really awesome, and enjoyable to watch, right, and strong as well. In the game, not so much. He's not so strong as, you know, I would have hoped for. I mean, if you look at his stats and skills, you know, you'd think he'd be amazing. You know, 762 attack is really good. I think that's top 2 or top 3 in movie characters, so that's really high up there. You know, 616 SP, you know, not the greatest. You know, you're really focusing on that attack. Killer effect is hollow, so you know, definitely pretty nice. But he gets a normal attack damage increase of 25% from his soul trait, so that's a really good soul trait, right, to have. You know, his normal attack is only getting better, especially since, you know, 762 plus 25% is really nice. If you look at his skills, he also gets 50% bruiser, so just right off the bat, that alone should be enough to really think, you know, this character is top tier. This character would be easily top 3 in list of movie characters, but he's not. He's ranked 8 in my opinion. I'll move on and finish with the skills. He's got 30% strong attack damage, devastation plus 40%, debilitator plus 5 seconds, and sprinter plus 1. So the reason why he's not that great is just basically because of his normal attack. You know, it's really good, but in gameplay, when you play him and use him, his range is so bad. You have to get so close up to the enemies that at that rate you almost you can't even really take advantage of his you know, high attack and just super hard hitting normal attack string. You know, if you're good at dodging and you're really cautious, I guess he's all right, but yeah, personally I just had to put him that low because of his gameplay. Usually, you know, the K-Lab does a great job with characters, but this time around it would have been nice if they gave him long reach, just for that sole reason alone, just because that would have made him a lot better. But outside of that, you know, he's got good skills, good stats, you know, good enough to place him over some other characters that, you know, you wouldn't run into the problem of having no range in. But, you know, yeah, anyways, Ichigo in at number 8. I wish I could have ranked him a little higher, but the range is horrible, so yeah. At number 7, we've got another power attribute, normal attack damage character, or characters I should say, because they're yin and yang. These are actually the first of its kind where you can actually switch in between 2 characters for the same character, I guess. It's 2 in 1 is what I should say. And yeah, really cool mechanic. I've enjoyed it a lot. Yin and yang are really cool characters. Pretty strong, stronger than Ichigo, so you know, definitely really good. 762 attack is, you know, definitely really good as well. 618 SP, good as well. No affiliation with Soul Reaper killer effect. That's amazing, right? Normal attack damage plus 20% for the soul trait, and if you look at his skills, he also gets 50% bruiser. So you add that all up with that 762 attack, really good. Strong attack damage plus 30% from Berserker, devastation plus 40%, long reach plus 20%, adrenaline plus 20%, and sprinter. So, you know, those are 2 skills right there, long reach and adrenaline, that make this character that much better. And I wish Ichigo would have had or got himself. That's Yin and Yang, ranked at number 7. And continuing the little trend of 2-in-1 characters, we've got ourselves Himura and Shizuku, 2 characters that just recently came out from the most recent movie banner. the Dark Rukia banner. And yeah, characters that I thought were not the greatest at the start when I first saw them, or I wasn't too interested in, but while using them and when I finally got them myself, I was, you know, very intrigued and really excited with having them, just because they're really good actually. So stats are 754 attack and 632 SP, so slightly higher SP than most normal attack damage characters. You know, not the highest attack, but definitely in the middle, right? He does have, or they do have, no affiliation, and they have Soul Reaper killer effect, so that's awesome. Soul Trait is normal attack plus 20%. They've got a bruiser of only 40%, but they've got other things that really do benefit them and help them out with, you know, making them as strong as they are. Strong attack damage plus 40% from Berserker, Devastation plus 40%, Long Reach plus 20%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, and Sprinter. So of course, strong attack damage plus 40% is going to help out a little bit more than you know, what the others have, which is like around 30%. They have 632 SP, so what I personally have been using with these two characters and that I've been really enjoying is actually just a little hybrid build. Of course, focusing in on attack, but you know, keeping the SP and adding a little bit extra really does help them out, especially because they inflict weakening, so something that, you know, you can really take advantage of. And yeah, something I enjoy about these characters. One other thing that I really think is awesome is that I believe the guy is a melee attacker, while the girl is a ranged attacker. So something you can actually really take advantage of is just kind of having that versatility of going with melee or range. So yeah, had to put him in at number 6. At number 5, we've got ourselves a movie Toshiro. This is one character that I actually have enjoyed a lot recently. I've tried him out in a couple of guild quests, and I found him to be really, really good. Some people don't like him too much because of his strong attacks. Some say, you know, he's a little narrow. It's a little narrow when he uses his strong attacks. I personally don't find that to be too much of a problem, just because I kind of got down what he's got. You know, like his strong attacks, I kind of got him down. But looking at his stats, 745 SP is a standout. He's a Soul Reaper / captain with Soul Reaper killer, which is awesome. Strong attack damage plus 20%, which is really good. You know, add up to that strong attack damage. He gets Bruiser with 20%. He gets Devastation plus 40%, Havoc plus 20%, Frenzy, Debilitator, and Sprinter. So the fact that he gets Frenzy with 745 SP definitely goes to show how really good this character can you know, be if you add up the spiritual pressure and, you know, put in the right soul traits. So yeah, awesome character. He also does inflict freeze, so that's awesome. This is a boss killer. I find it a little annoying though that he isn't a full screen special. That's the only thing that I don't like about him too much. But outside of that, a very useful character. If you have him, consider yourself lucky. You've got a character that can definitely put in the work, and looks really cool, by the way. Just look at him. He's really cool, and he's ranged, by the way. So yeah, Toshiro in at number 5, had to put him in. Wish I could have ranked him a little higher. Would have done it if his special was actually full screen.
Sena!
At number 4, we've got ourselves another Ichigo, an Ichigo that I personally thought wouldn't have been as good and didn't pay much attention to when he first came out, and that is the Ichigo from the Sena movie, Memories of Nobody. And first off, he's an awesome character, really cool. But what really stands out about this character is his 745 SP with strong attack damage, or strong attack recharge minus 14%, which is his soul trait. So really good character. He has killer effect on hollows. He's a Soul Reaper. If you look at his effects, he gets normal attack damage, so Bruiser plus 30%, which is pretty good. He gets long reach and havoc, so increase the range on both strong attacks and normal attacks. He gets frenzy and sprinter, so overall insane. Really good. He doesn't have anything to really increase his special, which is kind of weird. You don't usually see that with this character, but he just spams his strong attacks. It's insane how much you can really just spam with this character. I wish I would have had or got him when he first came out, but when he comes out again, I'm definitely summoning for him because I really want him. And he's been very good for some certain guild quests, I've been told. So yeah, Ichigo Kurosaki from the Memories of Nobody was that good that I had to rank him in at number 4. At number 3, we've got a character that a lot of people really were excited to get, and we're really hoping to get, and that is Dark Rukia off the most recent movie banner. Really awesome character. Just looking at her right here from her character art, it's just so sick. She's such a cool character. Unfortunately, not as well made as she could have been. First off, 741 SP, a little bit lower than a lot of the characters or the SP type characters. I don't know why. Maybe they could have, I don't know what they were thinking. I think they should have done a little bit higher. You know, 750 would have been nice. No affiliation and killer effect on Soul Reapers, so that's actually kind of nice. Strong attack recharge minus 12%, so you know she gets to spam her strong attacks a little bit faster than most. If you look at her effects or her skills, she gets Bruiser plus 20%, Devastation plus 40%, Long Reach plus 20%, Frenzy, Debilitator, and Sprinter. So looking at all those, of course, Frenzy is the greatest thing off of her skills, but she does get Devastation and she does get Debilitator. So if you didn't know, she does inflict weakening, which is something that really helps her out. I personally think she's awesome. The only thing she does have is the strong attacks are a little narrow. I would say her first strong attack is super narrow and can kind of be a problem at times, but other than that, you know, a good character. A little on the underwhelming side in my opinion. Not the worst, right? They could have done worse, but and you know, they didn't do as bad as they did on Hell vs Ichigo in my opinion, but definitely a good character that could have been a little bit better. But overall, awesome. If you have her, consider yourself lucky. I know that the current Senkaimon quest was like almost impossible without her on level 50, so definitely a good character, and I did enjoy her a lot. I do have her and have been doing great with her. At number 2, we've got a character that I honestly did not pay much attention to until recently, until I looked at his stats and skills, and that is Kisuke from the movie Part 4, the most recent one, the Dark Rukia one. I just didn't really expect him to come out, for 1, and 2, I just didn't expect him to be this good. Looking at his stats, 765 attack is the highest out of all the characters, and that's by no means a bad number. 765 is super high up there. 622 SP is actually not as bad either. You know, it's a little higher than most normal attack damage characters. If you look at his soul trait, this is the only thing that is kind of like depressing to see. It's the 25% stamina in between quests. Really, you don't want that. You really are looking for a character with, you know, normal attack damage. When you have that high of attack, you really want normal attack damage as his soul trait. But you know, nonetheless, 25 in between quests, I guess, is a little good in certain situations. If you look at his Skills, he does get Bruiser plus 50%, so that definitely makes up for the soul trait. Strong attack damage plus 40% as well from Berserker, so that's awesome. Devastation plus 30%, stamina recovery and between quests plus 25%, debilitator plus 5 seconds, and sprinter. So he does actually inflict paralysis through his special, and I believe normal attack and strong attack. So awesome thing about him, right? That definitely does help out a lot. And overall, the best thing about him as well is just his gameplay. His gameplay is so clean. Normal attack string is ranged and just so clean and crisp. A character that I definitely wish I would have gotten, but I didn't. You know, maybe someday I'll get him in the future with movie characters. Maybe they'll do like a massive movie character summons. That would be great. Yeah, Kisuke Unohana, really cool. Did I just really say Kisuke Unohana? Kisuke Urahara. Wow. Anyways, yeah, that's Kisuke in at number 2. And last but not least, we've got ourselves Kokuto, the best character out of all the movie characters, in my opinion. And that by like I mean it with all my heart. I know it, and I just feel it. He's definitely the best in my opinion. They did such a great job on this character. I'll go ahead and show you guys his stats. So SP of 745. You know, currently I think that would be about the highest SP in the game, or in terms of movie characters at least. He's no affiliation with Soul Reaper killer effect, so that right there is perfect. Strong attack recharge time minus 12% is his soul trait. And then if you look at his skills, he gets a normal attack damage increase of 20% from Bruiser, devastation plus 40%, long reach plus 20%, frenzy, debilitator plus 5 seconds, and sprinter. So he also does inflict weakening through his strong attacks, and then his special, he inflicts paralysis. Such a cool character, man. If you look at everything, like his whole gameplay wise as well, he was perfectly made. I think they could have definitely done better on some other characters, and you know, yeah. But the one character they did right was Kokuto, and yeah, I'm personally kind of sad that I don't have him on my account, but you know, he's still a good character that I think I should be able to pull in the future. You know, if you use him in Guild Quest, he's been really crucial for me, at least in a couple, or for Jennifer, not me. For Jennifer, in a few Guild Quests, she's been like, she clutched it with him. Definitely a character I wish I would have gotten, and definitely a good character. If you have him, consider yourself lucky. Anyways, that's all I've got for today, man. Top 10 movie characters in the game of Bleach Brave Souls. You know, I don't know if they'll do any more in the future, because I mean, they've already done all the movie characters. There's like a few characters they could like make, but mainly they would be kind of like metal exchange, I would say. So not anything I would see them doing a banner of. You know, you never know, maybe remakes in the future. You know, they've done that in the past, and I feel like they definitely should do those for a couple of the characters. Hell vs Ichigo. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. Let me know down below what you guys think about this list. What would you change? What do you think is different? Like, what would you change? And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Peace.